Okay, everybody, I'm so excited today because I am joined by Madison Wolfe, who plays Annie in The Man in the White Van, which is in theaters December 13th. Madison, how you doing today?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm so excited to talk to you. I love this film and I love all your work. And I'm excited to see like what's going to happen in your career after this, all these great things you're doing. But in this film, what I really loved was the relationship between Annie and her sister Margaret. So did you and Breck know each other before this, and did you have to spend time together to kind of build that?
No, we didn't know each other before this, but I mean, working with Breck was so awesome. It very much, felt like a real sibling dynamic. And we shot this during COVID, so we were kind of all secluded in our little bubble and we were testing and we were in the middle of nowhere. So we really had no choice but to just hang out with each other, which ended up being wonderful because the whole cast is so fun and amazing. But yeah, Breck is just the best.
Yeah, no, you guys worked so well together as sisters. I really enjoyed that. And having worked on big horror projects like Conjuring 2 and Malignant, was there anything you learned from James Wan about horror that you brought to this project?
Oh gosh. I think maybe just the detailed preparation of really knowing your character so well in a way that once you get to filming, once you're there on the day, you can just trust yourself and know that the answers are already in you and play around with it. Um, So yeah, I would say that. And then also finding ways for the physicality to match the emotional intensity of what you're doing. Like, for example, if I'm doing a really high intensity emotional scene and I know I'm supposed to be coming from something that's really intense, like getting your heart rate up right before you roll, jumping up and down, running back and forth really quick, doing lots of deep breaths, like things like that. I think were really helpful for me on the set of The Conjuring, and then it definitely transferred over to this project.
That's really cool. And what's exciting too is that you also write and direct different shorts you've done. And I know you have one coming out soon, or it already came out. Forgive me, but are you on set like soaking in also? Like, are you while you're acting, do you also look over at what's going on behind the camera and kind of sponge it?
Absolutely. I think, writing and directing is a relatively new endeavor for me is in comparison to like I've been acting since I was 6. So now as an adult, um who I just wrote and directed my first short film. It's not out yet, by the way. So you were right. It
Okay, 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 okay.
hasn't come out yet. We're in the post-production process. But yeah, certainly as an adult and as someone who's kind of a budding filmmaker, just being able to be on these sets and soak everything in is so special, and I feel so lucky to be able to do that. Because so many people kind of just go in blind, and I feel like I'm really lucky to be able to look around and get advice for some of these great filmmakers that I've worked with before.
Yeah, and it's cool you've been in it so long, so you already got that veteran status at a young age, which is awesome. Um, Now another relationship I liked in the film is the one you have with Rebel the horse. So, did you get emotional at the end of shooting? Do you get to see that horse still? Was it different horses? Like, how did that work?
No, it was the same horse, and it was a little bit bittersweet for sure. I love horses, and I grew up taking riding lessons a little bit. So that aspect, the horseback riding and the relationship with Rebel was one of my favorites of the film. I was so excited to get to revisit that um part of my childhood in a way. So yeah, definitely bittersweet. I don't get to see Rebel a lot, but I wish I did.
Yeah, I could see that feeling being tough. And with this story being that you're always followed by this van, have you ever had a scary situation in your life where you feel like someone was following or at least watching you? Did you ever get that fear?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean I felt it before. Luckily, I've always been wrong.
Oh, good.
Like sort of paranoid, like I'll be driving and notice that the car behind me is making the same turns, and then like
Oh.
start plotting about what I'm gonna do, and then they like make an opposite turn. I'm like, okay, I'm safe. Yeah. Thank God. I haven't been in a situation for real.
Yeah, or you wouldn't be here, I guess. So I'm happy you're here, and I'm happy people are going to see this film. Everybody watch Madison crush it in the Man in the White van in theaters December 13th. Thank you, Madison, for joining me, and hope to get talking in the future.
Thank you so much. Me too.